So let's start. So I was talking about keeping your eyes open for opportunities. Keep your eyes open for opportunities. Open LinkedIn or social media apps every day. So interact with people at a similar stage of your career path and your school colleagues, career professionals, your models, your mentors, and all. So let me move to my LinkedIn app now, on my LinkedIn profile, and let me show you guys the practical form of what I've been talking about. So can someone confirm in the chat box that they can see my LinkedIn profile? Okay, that's fine. So let's continue. So I was talking, let me just start from the very beginning again. So this is my cover picture. I know you can see my cover picture. I'm going to change it very soon. It's not really, it's not really advisable to use maybe your another picture for this one. You can easily write things that you do around this place, maybe graphics or something, and you put it here. But your display picture has to be your professional headshots. Then you have your bio. As I was saying earlier, everything I do, like everything that's around what I do is here. So anybody that sees this know what I do, and if they need any of my help, they can actually easily connect with me. So the school I attend is the University of Ibadan. The what I own, Public Editor Watch, is easily here. So you can easily check these things up and see all those later. So you can easily connect with me and check my profile for a guide when I'm building yours also. You can see that this thing shows me add profile section. Let me click on it. So it shows my core profiles. Can you see? These are the core, these are the recommended, and these are the additional. So let me move on. So these are the featured. This feature is a recommended part. You might not add it at first, but when you have things that are solid enough, people can reckon with, you can add it to your featured. So these are my posts. I think I still posted 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So these are my posts, and post regularly so that people will engage. This is my about. So when somebody reads this, they know what I do. They know what I do, and they know maybe I want to collaborate with someone and everything. So this is my about. This is my experience, and I think there are some that I still do currently. So my experience. So can easily optimize your profile. So this education, University of Ibadan, this is what I'm doing presently. This is another degree I was talking about the other time. So it's on my profile here. So these are specialization courses I took on Coursera. Let me just show you guys everything. So I took this biostatistics in public health. You can see that this course is related to public health at the same time, data and statistics. Do you understand? So the other one here is Google Data Analysis Certification. It's also here because I took that one also on Coursera. It's a specialization course. Also, you have epidemiology for public health here. So this is another specialization course I took. So let me move on. That's education. So we have license and certification. If you check all these license and certification, those are things that I did that are relevant to what I do they are like 33 years. Let me just scroll through it so that you guys just see it at a glance. So those are my certifications, things that are related to data analysis and public health, things that I want to do, leadership, something like that. So you can just, this is everything you can. So you can also work on your own. You can always check my profile later to also get a guide, an easy guide when you're building your own profile. These are my projects. I don't want to relate to data and things I do personally. So these are my volunteering. I think I still have more to add, but I've not really had time to sit down and do some optimization. Last time I did was like last 2 months or something. So these are the things I volunteered in, and these are my skills. You can see public health is here. And you can see that I added my experience and my education that relates to this public health. You can't just say you have a skill. What are the things that you have done that relate to that skill? Like this founder, lead researcher, and analyst at Public Health Data Watch. So it's an experience and it relates to public health. University of Ibadan, I'm doing a course on public health. These are courses that I've taken, certifications I've taken on public health. So this is data analysis, things I've also taken on data analysis, public health data watch, Google data analysis specialization, that another degree. So you have to optimize your profile, add everything to it, and have a good written when it comes to algorithm. This publication, this was a book I wrote in 2022, Understanding Your Potential and Purpose. So that's also there. So these are languages I can speak. English is there, Nigeria Pidgin is there, Yoruba is there. So organizations, Microsoft Student Community, Yali Network, UI Data Analytics Club, and these are things that I do personally. These are my courses: civil rights and social action, disaster and humanitarian relief, environment, health, science and technology. So those are things I do. So when you can always check to my profile anytime and work on your own also. There are a lot of things I've not added. This is not a perfect profile. It's something that you continue to build and build and build and build. But we can always start from here and get something that is substantial to start with. So let me move back to my former. So can someone confirm they can see my screen? Okay, that's good. So taking career development courses, we are done with LinkedIn for now. So you can always check my profile or even reach out to me personally and let's elaborate more on all these things. This video is going to be, I know I'm speaking a bit fast. So that's because of the time limitation we have. I don't want us to spend too long here. But the video is going to be on the my YouTube channel, so you can easily go over it anytime you wish to. So taking career development courses. So before you take that course, it's easy to get intimidated from seeing people post their certificates, everything, but you have to be cautious. What I wrote, I said, there is undoubtedly the pressure that comes from seeing other post certificates, but don't let it get to you. There are some things that you need to do first. First thing is check your journal. I talked about having a journal. So check your journal, assess your short-term and long-term plans. What is the next thing you need to do to achieve your long-term plan? What's the next thing you need to do? Is it taking an online course? Is it going to learn an handwork? You have to know where you're going and know what's best for you. Sometimes it might not even be an online course. You might not even need an online course to achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life. So we have different career paths and we have different things that we need to do. For example, now I might want to be a professional fashion designer. I don't even need to take any online course for that. What I need to do is go to a fashion designing school or go to somewhere that I can learn fashion designing and practice regularly. Then maybe learn how to build a brand, build a brand around it and build my brand such that it's corporate, that I cannot get offers to do clothes for companies, for big enterprises and everything. So you need to know where you're going. It might not be, what you need might not just be an online course. It might just be, okay, I said, what's the next thing you need to do to achieve your long-term plan? If you need to learn a skill, how best can you learn it? Is it offline? Is it possible to learn it from a friend? Or does it have to be online? If online, where best should you learn it? Does it have to be maybe on Coursera, or the best place is Udemy, or the best place is Udacity, or the best place is DataCamp, or the best place is edX? There are a lot of places where you can learn. But where best is it to learn it? Can you afford it? There are a lot of courses that are paid for. That if you want to get value, you have to pay for it. If you can't afford it, what can you do? How can you improvise? Can you watch out for scholarships? Can you scout for scholarships? Can you apply for financial aid? Or can that thing even be learned on YouTube? YouTube is a free university. There are a lot of things that you can actually learn on YouTube that people pay for. And you can easily just check YouTube. It's funny when people ask you some questions, I'm like, man, you're using an Android. Just check Google and answer this question yourself. There are a lot of opportunities online. Check YouTube, check Google. You can always learn things. There are free PDFs that you can download and learn. So everything does not have to be like, you don't have to get a certificate before you know a skill. So sometimes it's all you need to do maximizing your academic grades. For example, if I want to be a renowned medical doctor, maybe all I just need to do is to focus on my anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, and everything. Just be focused on it and have good grades, have good knowledge of the human body, understand everything. So you have to know where you're going and know what you need to do. After you ask yourself all these questions, you have to be honest with yourself. You will know what to do. So this kind of career thinking is not something that somebody can do for you. You have to do it by yourself. You have to think internally and get ideas and everything. Let's continue. Just trying to check something. So choose expertise and skill over certificates. That's one thing I can tell you for sure. Choose expertise and skill over certificates. You have to choose your focus. Is it posting certificate or getting the skill? If you can get the skill through a certificate, fine. That's 100% fine. If you need to get, if what you need to get is the skill, for example, now, I was giving an example, you want to be a renowned fashion designer. All you need to do might just be go to a very good fashion designer and learn from the person. You might get a certificate. Even if you don't get it, do you know what you learned? That's more important than any certificate that you can get in this world. Don't get carried away with certificates. If one of the best ways to get the skill is without certificate, forget about certificate and focus on the skill. You can get certified anytime. That's the truth. You can always get certificate anytime. But once you know what you are doing, you are fine. Focus on expertise. Apply what you learn. You know, one thing I've seen is that if you have your resume now, and all you have there are certifications, and they tell you to come and solve one simple problem or what you learned and you can't solve it, what's the name of all the certifications that you have? There's no point. So you have to know what you are learning. You have to apply it. I said apply what you learn, solve problems, build projects, collaborate with others. You understand? There are some things that you can't do all alone. So you need to know how to work with others in your career line and collaborate, build projects. The main reason for learning is solving problems. When you learn, you're meant to be able to solve problems. So solve problems, build projects. It's not all about certificate. Certificate is just paper. Let me tell you the truth. Certificate is paper. What you know in your head that is more important. So focus on expertise, apply what you learn, solve problems, build projects, and collaborate with others. So linking formal education to career, I think this place is quite, but let's just understand. Most of us are in school because you have to go to school, and that's the truth of it. Because of the prestige attached to formal education and not necessarily because of passion attached to the course of study. If some of us can have our way, we not go to school. That's the truth of the matter. Because we are just going to school because you have to have a formal education certificate because there's a prestige attached to you going to a tertiary institution and coming out. So what some people actually want to do in their career line, they don't even need to go to university. Do you understand? For example, personally, I have passion for farming. But because of doing for formal education, I'm not studying agric because I can always learn agric informally. Do you understand? I can always learn agric without going to school to learn agric. In fact, I can learn agric better without going to school to learn agric. Do you understand? So I wanted to study medicine. I'm just giving an example of myself. I wanted to study medicine, but I had to choose environmental health sciences because of grades in the post-UTME and JAMB. So I plan to cross in my 20 level. That was 2020. So my other level was 2019, 2018. I plan to cross in 2020 to medicine. So COVID-19 came. I'm just giving you an example of my own personal, how I linked my own formal education to my career. So COVID-19 came. So COVID-19 gave me a whole new passion. That's public health. I saw the importance of preventive medicine over curative medicine. COVID-19 had no cure, but it could be prevented. So what public health is preventive medicine. Medicine, nursing, pharmacy, all those ones are curative medicine, mainly. So when you have maybe a disease or an infirmity, what those ones do is to cure you. What public health does is to actually prevent you in the first place from having that particular disease. So looking at COVID-19 then, COVID-19 didn't really have a cure, but it could be prevented. People were using nose masks, people were using social distancing. That's public health in practice. There was no cure. So doctors were not useless, but of course they couldn't help to a large extent. All they would do is just diagnose and put you somewhere because they could not treat you. They will know you have COVID-19. Okay, they know you have COVID-19, but they cannot treat you. So is aspect of public health that does the prevention. So let me go on. I'll wait till 12 a.m. for NCDC to publish their status report for HD. So I'll just wait till 12. I think most of us will know now, during COVID-19, the NCDC will always put number of COVID-19 that you have in each state, in Nigeria, people that recovered, people that died. I think 12 a.m. I always wait till 12 a.m. to see what they want to publish for today. So I actually fell in love with public health and data then, what are they even using these numbers for every day? 100 people, 5 clinic, what are they using these numbers for? So I actually found a new passion. Presently, I'm a multi-certified data analyst with lot of projects. I'm studying environmental health science, which relates to public health, and I want to major in epidemiology and biostatistics. So personally, I've linked my own formal education. I could not cross medicine again because I don't even think it was that possible because of the course I was doing, because I'm doing a professional course. So you can't cross to medicine from my professional course. But personally, I actually found a passion around what I was doing because I found a purpose. And that's it. Let me tell you something for sure today. Is when you have an internal motivation, like an internal drive that you will not give up. Success is not easy. That's the truth of it. It's not easy. If you want to succeed because others are succeeding, you will not succeed. I'm not even cursing anyone or. But the truth is, you have to have a personal internal drive. You have to know where you're going. So it is your sight of your success or sight of your goal that will not make you give up, or your passion and your purpose. So that's for me. I've linked my formal education to my career. So what about you? So it is time for you to decide what you actually want to do with your career. It can change you. Yes, that's the truth of it. It can change. It can change, but start somewhere. You have to start with a purpose. That's what will keep you going. You have to have a passion. You have to have a focus. You have to know where you're going. So that's what's going to keep you going over time. So do you want to practice what you are studying? Fine. Get a plan. Get a long-term plan. Focus on your studies. Fine. You can even get small courses that surround what you are studying that can make you learn it better. Take them. A lot of things that you can do. Just know where you're going and know what you need to do to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. So how can you make yourself unique? How can you build a niche around yourself? So personally, I have built a niche, data analyst and public health. That's my own niche. I know what I need to do. So you can also make yourself unique. Build a niche. I think they define niche in ecosystem as a place where a particular organism lives and survives. It's different from habitat because habitat is like a general place. For example, now UI is an habitat. UI is an habitat. Even public health is an habitat. But my own niche is data analysis and public health. Do you understand? So I'm just giving an example of what you can also apply to your own career so that you are a unique person. You know where you're going. You don't copy anybody. So you have your own focus and you are your own motivation. Do you understand? So if you don't intend to practice the course you are doing, what do you want to do? That's for you to decide personally. So I wrote a book on unique ability and how it can influence your career. This talks about your personal unique strengths. I think the book has not been published yet. It's in the finalization stages. So I think I'll send it to the group, the WhatsApp group that came from here when the book is out. And I also wrote a book on understanding your potential and purpose. You can check that one out online. It's on free access. So you can check it out and read it and also get some little things about you choosing things for yourself and not copying others. After you have decided, there are a lot of skills that you can add to build a niche for yourself. The world revolves around tech now. So there are various tech skills that you can actually build for yourself. They can be to actually augment your formal education if you want to practice, or you can actually form a career around those things. For example, you can be a professional graphic designer. There are graphic designers that make billions and millions and everything because they know what you're doing, they focus on it. They know what it's not, it might not even be money. It might just just know what you're doing and know where you're going. So just know what you want to do, get a plan. You can always reach out to me to assist you and help you to actually, maybe you have an idea, you're confused, can help you to think, because sometimes you need to allow others to think for you because you might actually have clouded judgments. So you can tell your friends, what do you think I do better? Like, what do you think I do very well? What do you think? What do you like? What can you come in the midnight to do for you? So those are things that you can actually easily build up because there's something that you can easily do and you do it well. You can easily make money from that. Do you understand? So let's move on. So these are courses that this below is not close to being exhaustive because there are a lot more. So I just shows the common ones. You have artificial intelligence, you have cyber security. These are basically tech skills. You can just take them to join your formal education, to join your career, or they can even be the career you want to choose yourself. Artificial intelligence, cyber security, cloud computing, software engineering, software development, project management, UI, UX, data analytics, everything is here. So you can choose one, or maybe there are even others that are not even here that you want to focus on, or you want to just take them to complement your formal education. It's fine. Just know where you're going and know what you need to do. So there are grades in certification. Just before you take any certification course, you need to know that there are grades of the certification courses because the prestige attached to certification courses are different. For example, now, the nano degree that I said I took, the nano degree courses, comprehensive on data analysis, Python totally, everything. They teach you how to manage your career, how to build a CV, how to do a resume. So it's comprehensive. And the initial price is $1,500 or something. Can't remember, but it's over $1,000. So it's expensive and it's actually recognized. So it's one certification that you can have and people recognize you as a certified data analyst. So there's also Microsoft certification. There are some that are Power BI. I think there's one Microsoft Associates Power BI something. There are a lot of certifications online, but you need to know the value of what you want to get and how it aligns with the career that you want to build. So there are Google certifications. There's also this Google Data Analyst certification on Coursera. It has 8 courses, but it's a specialization course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 courses for one course. So it's also very recognized as for a data analyst. So there are things that you can take. There are Amazon certification. There are other Coursera specialization. I told you I took one on epidemiology. I took one on biostatistics. I'm presently taking one on academic writing. I'm taking one on management of non-profit organizations. So there are things that you can easily just learn from. They are recognized because they give you a lot of value and a lot of knowledge. So there are also a lot of other places where you can take online courses. You can use edX, YouTube, Coursera. So you can easily just type these things on Google and to take you to the website, check through the courses that you can take there, check the free ones, check the ones that are not free. But so these are still other examples of those places. So Coursera as an example, this is a practical session. Personally, I use Coursera. I take my courses on Coursera. I think I was caught up by network. Can you hear me now? Can indicate in, okay, yes. I think my network had issues. So let me just share my screen again. Okay, I said I wanted to take us through a practical session on Coursera. Let me just go to Coursera straight up. So this is Coursera. So I thought I was taking, okay, these are the courses I'm taking presently. So this is Coursera. So if you want to take a course, for example, now if I want to take a course on Google Project Management Certification, I type it here, it brings it up for me. So this is Google Project Management course. So let me just click on it for an example. So let's say I want to take this Google Project Management Certification course, this professional certificate. So this one has 6 course series. I told you that most of these specialization courses used to have series. So this one has 6 courses under it. So 6 months at 10. So let me just leave all this process. So if I want to do this course now, of course, it's going to be paid. Can you see? This is a paid course. What is the price? I can't see the price, but it's paid. If you click on enroll for free here, you will do it too, but you can't get certificates and you cannot write exams. There are actually some exams after every week lesson. So you can't write exam because you didn't pay for the course. So what I do is I apply for financial aid. So you can see here, I click on financial aid available. So you can see now, I told you, there are 6 courses here in just this one single professional certificate. So you want to apply for financial aid, and you need to apply for financial aid for 6 courses: course 1, course 2, course 3, course 4, course 5, course 6. So if you want to take this professional certification, you will need to apply for financial aid for the 6 courses. So for course 1 now, if I want to start with course 1, click on next. Say continue to the application. This application can take up to 16 days to be reviewed. Okay, continue to application. So it will take me to a new page. Let me just confirm that you guys can see my screen. Can someone confirm again? Because I think I'm changing from screen to screen also. Let me just confirm. Okay, that's fine. So now, yeah. So yeah, I'll just choose, what's your education? Let me just choose some college, because this is my last application. That's why you can see a lot of things here. Normally you won't see anything there. So I chose my annual income. My annual income is 0 because I don't actually have money to pay for your course. So my income, I just chose US dollars. It does not matter since I'm choosing 0 here. Employment status, I chose I'm a student. So they tell you to write reason why you applied for the aid. 150 words. Of course, just write something that is sensible enough. That is why you're actually applying for the financial aid, why you don't have money to pay for the course. Write it. So I have reviewed everything and my information is up to date. Move on to the next page. So how much can you pay for this course? Me, I don't have money. The full price of the course is $49, but me, I don't have. So let me just put 0 naira. Can you see? So now they say, how will your selected course help with your goals? So this is like what we're talking about in money. This course you're actually doing, how does it help your goals? Sorry. So you write 150 words here again. Do you understand? So write this 150 words. After writing it, you select, I'm sharing my accurate information on my application. I commit to finishing my career and Coursera course. So you tell you to type this, you need to type this back into this box, do the captcha, and you review, you should continue your application. So to click on review. So basically, they send you a mail that you received your application. In like 15 days or 16 days, you should accept it, except you wrote total nonsense in your what do you call it, in your essay. But of course, if you write something that is sensible enough, you will accept your application and can start doing the course and you get a good certificate. So this is just course. This is an example. So if there's another website where you want to take an online course, just search around the website and see if you can get a what do you call it, a financial aid or a scholarship. Also, when I was talking about Coursera, I said be on the lookout. Check Coursera very well. You understand? And check LinkedIn, check Twitter, follow people that they are in line with your career. I use Twitter a lot, but at the same time that I see bans on Twitter, I see news, I still follow. I've already switched on notification for people that actually add value to my career, and I check their posts from my notification panel specifically. So if there's something that is important that they are posting, maybe an opportunity or something, I quickly see it and I apply for it. Do you understand? So you need to also keep your eyes out for opportunities. Before, I never knew anything about Audacity. Do you understand? I never knew anything about Audacity. But it was when I first saw that another degree opportunity that I applied. Said I should put my resume there, I put my resume, put everything. And they chose me, luckily. I think they chose just very few people in Africa then. And they chose me, fortunately. And it was very stressful because it's like a comprehensive course, but at least I went through it and I finished. So there are things that you can just keep your eyes open for opportunities. If there's any course you actually want to do also, there's one career path that you choose and you think you need an online course, you can reach out to me, and if I see any opportunity, I can also link you up with it. So I think let me return to my previous screen. So we have less than 10 minutes, but I think we're already done. So questions. To avoid it being rowdy, let's type any question we have in the chat box. Let's type any. So we'll be answering just the first 5 questions. So any other question that you have, can actually ask it on the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is going to be open tonight, and my DM is open. It's always open, so you can always ask your questions there. But on here, I'll be taking 5 questions, so you can easily type your questions in the chat box. Let me just type it in the chat box. Type it in the chat box. So let's be fast with that. Or to be sure people are actually typing. If you have a question, just raise your hand, signify by raising up your hand, so that I will know some people are actually typing the questions they have. So that I won't just wait when no one asks the question. Okay. So I think nobody has a question. So, boy, if you think you have a question later on, you can always message me or drop it on the group. So someone sent something. Okay, there's a question here already. But yeah, I was saying earlier that I will upload this thing on the YouTube channel, and I'll also send these PowerPoints to the group this night. Somebody was saying something. They said, when selecting skills, should we select based on demand or passion? Okay, very smart question. But the truth is, passion is very important. Passion is very important because passion is very important because the passion is what actually keeps you going as an individual. Do you understand? It's what keeps you going, because if you don't have passion for something, being successful in anything in life is actually very stressful. If you do a data, if you want to become a data analyst, a renowned one, you want to become a project manager, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer, you want to be successful, very, very successful, it's going to be very hard because it's not easy. So you have to have a passion. That's what will keep you going. Then you said demand. The thing is, when you talk about demand is flexible. Something that is in demand today might not be in demand tomorrow. Do you understand? What is in demand today might not be in demand tomorrow. What is more important is a problem-solving mentality. The easiest way to make money in this world is solving people's problem. That's the easiest way to make money. For example, now, if I made this webinar, paid webinar now, and there are people that are actually very desperate to actually learn all these things. People who pay for the webinar and I'm actually making money. Do you understand? So that's like I'm solving people's problem and I'm making money. So the easiest way to make money in this life is solving problems. That's the truth of it. When you can solve people can, for example, now if I say, if they give us an assignment in school and I can do your assignment for you, you can actually pay me to do your assignment for you, because of course it's not ethical to do your assignment for you. But people pay to do assignment because you are solving their problems. Do you understand? So people pay for problem solving. So to choose between demand and passion, you have to actually know your passion and how your passion solves people's problem. So that's how you bring demand together with passion to now build a career. So you can comment if you understand what the point I made there. So the second question, you mentioned that some courses are not professional and we may not be giving certificates even on Coursera. No, on Coursera, almost all courses on Coursera, they'll give you certificates, but you see it there. If a course has certificates, you see it on Coursera. But the truth, what I was saying there was that there are some courses that you don't need to get certificates. I can decide to learn a skill on YouTube and I'll be fine. I'll be very good, proficient. And I also talk about grades of certifications. The thing is, the stress you go through before achieving a particular certificate or learning what they actually give in some particular course is actually the stress is much because of the kind of training you are getting from that particular degree. For example, the now degree that I took, I spent a lot of there are nights that I could not sleep overnight because I was coding Python all through. So that's why the certificate I get from that particular degree has value, because they know the kind of training this person has gone through. So it's not that it's not professional, but the prestige attached certificates differ. You yourself will know when you are doing the course, because you see the kind of training you get from, the value you get from this particular course. So you know the kind of prestige that will be attached to it outside. But you can always meet me for more details on this question you're asking if I'm not really answering very well. Is it possible to apply for financial aid for 2 courses on Coursera and get approval? Yes, your limit is 10 courses. You can apply for 10 courses at the same time. And if you have valid reasons for applying for those 10 courses, they can give you. So at every particular time, you can apply for 10 courses. So if those 10 courses are in review phase, you cannot apply for any other course again. So you can apply for one today, apply for the second tomorrow, as long as you are not done with your 10 courses limits at a particular time. So I think, okay, you said